Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel where we make super easy bakes while in cosplay. So since it's Easter weekend, I'm Jessica Rabbit. I'm trying something different and I'll be baking outside today because it's a beautiful day and I might regret it, but let's go. We're going to be making carrot cake cupcakes. Now first things first, I need to take off my gloves so I can actually bake. So for this easy recipe, all you're going to need is 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs that are room temperature, no, not the plastic ones, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, half a cup of vegetable oil, 1/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce, vanilla extract, then 1 1/2 cups of freshly chopped and grated carrots, and it's better if you get the fresh ones and grate it yourself. I actually made these a few weeks ago and I just took it out of my freezer, but it's better when it's fresh. For the spices and seasonings, you're going to want 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, and 1/3 a teaspoon of nutmeg. So at this point, my mic dies and I had no idea. So I'm going to be narrating the rest of this video. So you want to take your dry ingredients and combine them together. That means the flour and all your spices. And then you're just going to whisk it together. And once you have that, you're going to set it aside and grab a second bowl. Now I'm just going to combine all the wet ingredients. Just going to mix in my sugar, my oil, my applesauce, and my 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to whisk that all together, and then I'm going to add the carrots to that. Now I'm just whisking it one more time. And I just realized I forgot to add the eggs, so I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to whisk all of that together really well. Just whisk, whisk, whisking. Finally, I'm going to combine my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. I'm going to do this slowly and carefully. Get all of that in there. And so I'm just going to whisk all of that goodness together. And it smells so carroty right now. All the nutmeg and spices were just coming off of it and it was great. So the batter is going to be very sticky and that's what you want. So just keep whisking it. So Jessica Rabbit is actually one of the first few cosplays that I did that went sort of viral, and I ended up being associated with this character a lot And since then, it's really been one of my favorites. So I'm glad to bring it back after all these years and try to make it a little bit better and revamp it. So once you're done, the batter should be super sticky like this. Now you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and then take out your muffin tin that I've pre-lined with these really, really cute gold muffin cupcake liners. And so now you just want to scoop the batter about 2/3 of the way. Be careful not to overfill, because if you fill the cupcake liner too far, then it's going to end up looking more like a muffin than a cupcake. And it's really sticky, so I'm just using my fingers to help get all of it off the spoon. I can already tell these are going to be so moist when they're done. Get in there. So now that I'm done filling all my cupcake liners, I'm going to put this into the oven for about 21-22 minutes. While those are baking in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and make the frosting. This is one of my favorite frosting recipes. You're just going to need 3 cups of confectioner's sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and 1 stick of butter. And also vanilla extract and just a dash of salt. And then for the top, you're going to want some cupcake toppers. I got these adorable carrots off Amazon. Amazon sells a lot of edible cupcake toppers, but I'm cheating and using non-edible ones. But they're just so cute. So who can blame me? So I'm just going to whisk together all those ingredients. Beat them at high speed. And I actually prefer this recipe for frosting more than the ones that don't use butter. I feel like the butter really adds something. The only problem is that it melts a lot easier than buttercream, especially in this heat. All right, taste test. So good. My favorite part by far. I absolutely live for cream cheese frosting. So tangy. So I'm just going to put the rest of the frosting into the fridge so that it cools down on this hot day, and take out my cupcakes from the oven. They're all ready. And now just set them aside to cool down so we can begin frosting. So I just took a few. They're cool. And I took out my frosting from the fridge. Makes it a little bit stiffer, so especially on this hot day, it doesn't melt right away. Time to begin frosting them. And do this however you want. It doesn't have to be super neat, and I'll show you why in a second. But I do really need to get a little better at this. This one's not bad. So they're all done. And again, they're not the neatest, but they don't need to be because look, just gonna bury the carrot toppers right into them just like that. And then keep doing it for all of them. There you go. It's super cute. And they can be as messy as you want. Also a really fun activity to do with kids. Perfect. And there you have it. Your carrot cake cupcakes with cream cheese frosting. Perfect Easter treat. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this recipe and leave a comment if you try it. I cannot wait to taste these. All right, here we go. I decided to actually put the carrot back in there. Put it back because it's part of the appeal. Okay, here we go. Taste test time. That was so good. The cream cheese frosting is so tangy, and the actual cupcake is so moist. You just get that hit of cinnamon and nutmeg and all those warm spices. I absolutely love carrot cake. I'm obsessed. So good.